and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor-retracted persons.
Minor-retracted person. Minor-retracted person. Oh, you mean pedophiles.
And I want to talk about minor-retracted persons because they are probably the most vilified population of folks in our culture. And most folks are making incorrect assumptions about them without actually knowing much about them.
I know that they F kids to get a high out of it, to feel some sense of power, and it Fs the kids up for life and continues the pattern of child abuse into the future. I know that these maps are scum lower than Bernie Madoff, ISIS, or Kamala Harris.
And those assumptions create harm for an already marginalized population.
My proposal to rectify the harm done to them, we should make it right by allowing them around our kids alone.
You may have noticed that I'm using the term minor-retracted persons, sometimes abbreviated to MAPS, instead of the more commonly used term pedophile. And I'm doing this because the term pedophile has moved from being a diagnostic label to being a judgmental, hurtful insult that we hurl at people in order to harm them or slander them.
No, to warn others to keep them the hell away from our collective children.
I also prefer person-first language that recognizes that any label we might apply to a person is only part of who they are. And
the part which I believe is that we should castrate them to keep them the hell away from our kids, though in all likelihood, unfortunately, they seem to have already gotten to this Stockholm Syndrome suffering lady, if in fact she is a lady, and I don't mean to misgender you. We have drag queen story hour to confuse kids and make society more inclusive. Why not pedophile story hour? Whoops, I'm sorry. I mean minor-attracted person story hour. I don't want to be hateful. Do you see how the left plays with language? Softening words when needed. Changing definitions like anti-vax, vaccine, racism, in order to fit the narrative that they desire. So let's normalize this, leftists. Let's all have minor-attracted person story hour. Bring your kids. I'll be keeping mine at home. And actually, so will you. Or rather, allow me to rephrase, nobody is going to show up because, for example, this sex therapist doesn't have any kids. Would you smash that? But she wants them. She wants those children. She wants yours. The left wants your children, and it's up to us to protect them from these demonic, demented sickos. They're like the Wicked Witch in Hansel and Gretel. Get them alone and put them in the oven at a slow broil with a minor-attracted person until their psyche is forever changed in the most negative manner possible. Or maybe a trans activist who is going to confuse the hell out of them. These are the same people who believe that 2-year-olds can be gender fluid, who know their gender while they still can't help but poop in their pants. Sorry, I'm absolutely tired of negotiating with these people who negotiated not only in no faith, but much less good faith. They support free speech when they don't have the power so that all voices will be heard, but they will take the hammer to your speech once they have that power, because somebody somewhere will claim to be offended by what you have to say. This is what happens when you negotiate with such people. I don't care if this gets me in trouble with you leftists. I will continue to discriminate rampantly against pedophiles and anybody who supports them. It's my duty as a parent.